I'm not sure if you can see on the video what sort of a slope this campsite is on. If I get down here, maybe you can see. But the tent was so slopey last night that we had everything jammed under the underside of the bottom of the sleeping pads, and we were still sliding down. And yeah, I woke up in the morning and got up and felt like my legs hadn't got any rest at all, because they've had blood kind of. I think when you sleep at night, your legs have a rest from having blood kind of pooling in them by gravity, and obviously that hasn't happened overnight. So I just felt unrested in the morning. Yeah, probably the worst campsite I've ever had, including those rocky ones in Nepal. Yeah, absolutely horrible. But we survived. It rained from the point we set up the tent. What time was that? 4, 5, something like that, until we'd fallen asleep at 10 or 11. So yeah, it was a wet one last night. But we are, yeah, so we have a slightly shorter day today. It's still a long way. We're still 700 meters below the pass. So we've got an awful big climb to get up to the pass. And then yeah, we're just going to continue as far as we can, because tomorrow is the last day of this section, and it's I think we've got a best case scenario, it's 20 Ks. Worst case scenario, we have to walk along this road and it's 28 or something. So we're going to try and make as much of a chunk out of that by carrying on today and trying to get as far as we can. But yeah, last night was quite something from this angle as well. There we go. There was just no other flatter spots. This hillside is just relentless. It looks a little bit better down there, but we walked across there and it was all lumpy and horrible and wasn't very nice. And it was raining all night last night, so we didn't really want to move the tent anyway. But there we go. We survived. Well, we've hiked 3 kilometers in 2 hours, but with 360 meters of climb. So I don't think we're doing too badly. We've got a long way to go. We've just stopped for a snack by this lake, which was going to be the alternative camping. It's a long way from camp, so we could have done that yesterday for sure, even if it hadn't rained. But yeah, it's very beautiful, picturesque surroundings here. River flowing down. But we are going up yonder, up there. Looks very steep and rocky. I don't know if there's going to be a path. There was a sort of vaguest of paths most of the way up here, for the difficult bits at least. But yeah, mostly just checking GPS tracks. And yeah, that's where we're going next. But yeah, this is absolutely beautiful with the waterfall coming down to the lake there. Absolutely lovely. Yeah, so we're gonna have a snack here and push on. Well, 4 hours, 4.5 kilometers, 700 meters of climb, and we have finally found ourselves on top of this pass. Can't really see much. It's a bit foggy. We're in a cloud, unfortunately. And the way up was difficult, to say the least. Yeah, it was just a big scramble over giant boulders, some very treacherous bits, some very steep bits. Yeah, it was hard work up that last bit. And we found ourselves off of the path quite significantly. Off of our GPX tracks, quite significantly. At one point, we had to traverse right across, which wasn't fun. And yeah, it was definitely difficult. Now we are. This is the last pass of this section, so all downhill now until we get to this town, and hopefully we can stay in a hotel for a couple of nights. And my feet absolutely stink, and my socks need a wash. Everything needs a wash. Everything's just disgusting. We haven't had a proper wash in 13 days. It's day 13, I think. So yeah, so all downhill from here, and hopefully there won't be any more scrambles. It doesn't look too, but I can't really see much of it, but there's some rocks here, but I see lots of grass over there. Yeah, cross fingers it's not like that on the way down. That would be miserable. Yeah, so we're gonna continue. Well, that was absolutely beautiful hiking. Again, Teletubbies land. It was just rolling meadows, all of this, working our way down the river. We had a slight red herring, a wild goose chase was on our map all the way up top of those trees. It said flat area suitable for camping, and it wasn't at all. And I assume what they meant was that below them was a flat area. But we hiked all the way up there, expecting to find a little stream or something and a flat area, and it wasn't at all. And we came all the way back down to the river where we should have been all along. And we have found the most beautiful little enclosed area that's got a fence all around it, so we won't have any trouble from the... Well, there weren't actually many cows. There was a couple of cows over there and a bunch of horses over there. But It's enclosed from everything, so it's just a little idyll here for us. And this is a perfectly flat pitch for the tent. I would love to have a look inside this little house, but it's well and truly locked. And the river just down there, so absolutely could not be better. We've hiked about 14 kilometers today. Didn't see how what the climb and descent was, but it's an awful long way we've gone today, and we have taken a good chunk out of tomorrow. So we should not have quite such a mammoth task to get back to civilization tomorrow. I have my doubts as to whether we're going to actually manage it. So it's still sort of 25 kilometers, something like that. So if we don't just magically find ourselves a lift on this dirt road in the middle of nowhere, then we will probably, I would imagine we'll probably spend the night tomorrow somewhere and not have any breakfast. So we're down to our last day's worth of food. So we shall see. We shall see how it goes tomorrow. But couldn't be better today. It's just, well, it's been threatening to rain all afternoon. We've been putting on and getting our waterproofs ready and stuff, but it hasn't really, we haven't had a proper downpour. It's just spat with rain a couple of times, and it just started to rain a few minutes ago and then has now stopped. So we'll see. My feet need a little rest, and yeah, I shall sleep well tonight, I think.